Hey guys, it's Jacqueline over here at Homeschool Hangout.xyz, and we're going to talk about a frequently asked question, more frequently than I thought it would be asked. And it's, can I be a nonprofit since I don't make any money homeschooling my children? If this is a question that you have been interested in, I'll give you my 2 cents. First and up front, this is not legal advice, this is not tax advice. This is just my basic analysis of reading some regulations. So let's do that. But if you like these kinds of topics, especially state of California related, do me a favor, thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, buy me a coffee, find me on social media. I'm Nerd Mom on Twitter and Homeschool Hangout XYZ on almost everything else. And let's just get into it. So on the PSA, there's a question about, are you a nonprofit? And so every year I get questions about, well, I'm not making money, so aren't I a nonprofit? And first and foremost, being a nonprofit is a legal entity that has registration things and everything else. But also I get the question separately of, can I write off my curriculum? Can I take donations and make them tax deductible if I get somebody who's willing to give my children something? And questions along those lines. So I did a little bit of research. My gut reaction is no, of course not. But I may have some more nuanced information than that. So let's get into it. So we'll start with the reason that people want to become nonprofits is that they want to write off all their expenses and they want to take donations and benefit of nonprofit benefits. So like, for example, donations for silent auctions that you can raise money, or donations to help raise money for camp, or donations to help pay for lessons, things like that. And I found some interesting stuff. For those of you who don't know, I've been on a few different nonprofit boards. I have a moderate amount of nonprofit experience for the average bear. I'm by no means an expert, but I've done a decent amount of reading and I find it interesting. So let's start on the federal level. In order to be a tax-deductible nonprofit charity, you have to have a board with 3 non-related people on it. So I'm part of a homeschool nonprofit that is a support group, and our bylaws say there have to be 3 married couples on the board, because we encourage couples. It's a family organization. Couples need to serve together, but then you're related. So 3 non-related people have to be on a board. That's a little hard for a private, personal homeschool. Now, I'm not saying that you can't come together and form a larger private school, but we're just talking about your family. So I was also looking at some of the state of California stuff, and there are different types of nonprofits, and most of them, though, are charitable. And what that means is you apply to the state of California and you need to talk about who benefits. Are these public benefit charities? Are these mutual benefit charities? Now, what's traditionally considered a mutual benefit charity is, let's say, a professional association. That would be a mutual benefit charity. I worked for, back decades before children. There was life before children. I worked for the California Medical Records Professional Association, and it was CHIA. Yeah, it's like it was information. Yeah. And those were the people who helped medical records professionals get continuing education, and it was their professional stuff. We had a conference once a year, all that stuff, and a magazine. And so, but you have to say who that benefits. Now, so we're separating. To be tax deductible, you have to federally qualify. So you already need 3 non-related people. So that is a problem federally. Now, state-wise, though, you do need to benefit someone. And what I found is, on the whole, no, you can't do it. But there is a chance of somehow possibly qualifying as a mutual benefit corporation, like a trust or a will. So, if you, in theory, let's pretend we're rich people, you have this trust that is set up that gives the grandchildren their college tuition and stuff like that, in theory, is what I'm thinking. Maybe, but I'm not sure on any of the legalities around it. The other thing is, many mutual benefit corporations do not qualify as nonprofits. I mean, they don't qualify as tax deductible. They are nonprofits, but You still have to pay tax when you buy things. One of the things about being a tax deductible kind of situation or tax exempt is you get an EIN number and you can go into a store and not pay tax on things. Well, many of these mutual benefit corporations don't qualify as that. Also, if someone gives you something, it's not tax deductible. And I can tell you, as somebody who has made a hobby of collecting tax deductible gifts for corporations, not corporations, but nonprofits to raise money with, that is the key to getting those donations. You need to have a EIN nonprofit number. So on the whole, no, but could there be a loophole where you set up a trust? Maybe. Now, but I will tell you, that takes lawyers, filing, fees, and everything else. It might just be cheaper to homeschool your children. So no, on the whole, you cannot be a nonprofit even though you don't make any money homeschooling your children. Your school is not a nonprofit. Now you want to look at setting up a nonprofit private school corporation. You're going to have to talk to other people, lawyers, experts, things like that. And if you're taking in more children than just your own, you're also going to have to deal with different types of commercial and nonprofit insurance, things like that. So it may be more problems than it's worth. There might be a way to do it. If you've done it, I would love to interview you for this channel. I would love to know more. But there are nonprofit homeschooling type groups like the one I'm part of. I'm part of CHEFA, which means we can go into churches and have events and we have insurance for that. We can do stuff like that. But it is more than just our family. And that is the rub. Setting up a nonprofit isn't very challenging on the whole, but you do have to be clear as to who it benefits, how it benefits them, and what your bylaws are. If you're interested in actually setting up a nonprofit, I can send you some resources to help you do that, but I don't know that your private homeschool will ever qualify. Do not take this as legal advice. Do not take this as tax advice. This is just my basic reading of why you need to not check that you're a nonprofit on your PSA. I hope that helps. I am really interested to know what you think on the subject. Leave me some comments and I will talk to you all later. Bye.